Beautifully Human, the name came along to us, it just hit us. We thought it'd be great, we all want to feel like humans. Sometimes the homeless people, they kind of tend to feel like they're not part of a community, which, they are part of the community. We just wanted to start helping out people, reaching out to them more, starting conversation with them. So we thought of this name called Beautifully Human, and that's what we use to get people together. They want to feel like humans. They want to have the interaction that normal people have. When you walk by someone, you say hi, you say good morning, all those things. So that's kind of how it got started. With Tyler and myself, we would come walk the streets like every other weekend just to talk to the people on the streets, take pictures, because we're pretty big into the street photography. I use Instagram a lot, and I post up my pictures. I try to get the raw and uncut pictures where people see something and it impacts them and they want to be part of the movement. So I end up putting out posts and people just ask about it and how they can help, and I invite them out, and that's how I get people to come out here. I get help from family and friends all the time. If they weren't around to come along and help with either donations or the manpower, I wouldn't be able to do any of this.
Chill's my uncle. He's technically my role model. I look at him as if in my future I want to look like him, be like him, try actually going to college, and trying to be like my uncle.
It's amazing. You always try to find good wherever you go. I mean, at least I do. And when you see something, when you see kind of like a small movement going on, you kind of want to tie yourself into it. Nowadays, it's really hard to find good acts and just doing things without expecting anything in return. And I think that's like the most important thing.
I started doing this when I joined a local photo walk. And it was basically a hunt that we had to do and do different things. One of them was to just talk to a random person. So while I was doing, the photo walk, I ended up coming across a homeless person, and I figured I'd just go talk to him to get the points for that. And it ended up becoming more than just a game, because as I spoke to him more, I got more involved into his life, what it's like to live as a homeless, and I just got into conversation with him. And then after talking to him, I figured I wanted to make a difference and try and help out as many people as I could. I think one of the coolest things I realized while walking out in the streets and talking to so many different people is that not everybody out on the streets is dangerous to you, or they're into things that they shouldn't be. I mean, of course there's going to be people with problems out on the streets and that are doing drugs, maybe alcohol abuse and all kinds of things, but not all of them are like that. Sometimes people are put into circumstances where they really can't get out of it, and I think that's what's really moved me to try and help people.
Oh, Chill, good man. How long have I known him? Almost 2 years now.
I don't want to see it as a job, a business, or even as a non-profit, that it's something I'm, totally focused on, because I don't want my motives to change. I want it to be something that, hey, I want to go do this, I have the time, let's go out and do it.